Hello guys, welcome back to Adam Tries Grim Dawn, Ashes of Malmouth. I'm just going back to make sure I didn't miss anything. A chest, look at that chest, it's enormous. Let's see what you got. Give me the epics. You're not gonna do that, are you? Symbol of Zoella. Chaos damage, don't need it. Soleil? I'm no good at pronouncing things. That's not what I'm paid to do. Can you imagine? You know there's those channels on YouTube where people just pronounce words for you. Hey, Ghoulish Hunger's reached rank 5. I was really stuck for the longest time to try and find where to put devotion levels to get as many chaos levels as possible. I wasn't even looking at the ghoul, and it turned out he was excellent. Yeah, destroy the barricade. What's this way? Is this towards the... Oh, look at that. Epic! Epic alert, epic alert. Epic, it's a two-handed sword. I don't need that. I'm gonna pick it up though. That can go in my shared stash. Is this it? I wasted a dynamite on that. And is not useful. What up, Triffids? Yeah, I said the last episode. You guys read Day of the Triffids? Philip Green, I wanna say? Amazing book. The whole of humanity goes blind after a meteor shower. A strange flowering plant with a viney whipping tongue. That species, called the Triffid, comes along and kind of takes over. And it's the story of a guy who is trying to survive. It's a different kind of post-apocalyptic story, and it was written quite a while ago. Give it a read if you like those kind of things. I really enjoyed it, and let me know what you think in the comments. This isn't a book club.
Hello everybody, today I am going to be chatting you through my 8 picks for the W.H. Smith
Adam Tries
Book Club.
By rights, I should have got bored of Grim Dawn. Not bored of it, that's a bit mean. I've been putting a lot of time into this game to get a character up to the point where I can record. I really just like Grim Dawn. I do think they've got the balance right. My biggest concern with the game is the visuals. The graphics are good. But I suppose it's the art design, maybe? It doesn't look unique. The very slightly exaggerated look of Diablo works really well. That's a good looking game. Grim Dawn and Path of Exile, the art style's pretty generic. I mean, look at this. Again, the graphics are good, but it just doesn't have that striking look to it. I thought that was lootable, it turned out to be an enemy.
The enemy!
Bye guys. Witches have to be close, right? Look at me, I'm in the Gloom Hall. There are raids everywhere, the ghosts are back. I'm not fighting flowers anymore. This looks like a house up ahead. Probably not a witch's house unless they're currently under bombardment. Besides, you don't think of witches living in quite so large a house. I tend to think of them living in a shack. This is definitely where I need to go, look at that. This is the den of Caraxes.
You face Caraxes, Eredal Lord of the Burning Legion!
This isn't me saying that the Burning Legion are attacking the world of Cairn. That's unlikely. Well, this house is practically palatial. I couldn't afford this. Even if it's filled with cannibals and things. Look at these cannibals. You gotta think, how can you create like a society of cannibals where they all live together to eat people? Isn't the whole thing about being a cannibal that you eat people? Wouldn't it be inevitable that they start eating each other? Right, I'm gonna go back to the den of Caraxes. Slay Caraxes foul and take its heart. Oh, this is like the last thing I need to give to the witches. I want to get rid of the active quests. I'm gonna have to like spend a while just sort of grinding out all these low-level quests that I didn't feel like doing. Bye guys. Purifier just feels so strong. It can't just be me. I was having more trouble. Hey, there it is. Oh dear. Why do I always speak so soon? I was having more trouble with my warder shaman than I have done with this purifier. It's all just gone very, very smoothly. People just die. And the... I suppose the notable thing was the warden wasn't played on veteran difficulty. I've died maybe twice in the entire game. It's just a badass motherfucker. Is that it? I've left some iron bits on the floor, but you know. We need to talk about the Ashes of Malmouth loading screen, because the woman on it, I'm assuming she's a necromancer by the way she's holding a skull, although, you know, she could be, someone who performs post-mortems. Incredibly busty. They definitely want their audience to be like, damn, necromancers have great tits. On the other hand, her eye makeup is just a complete mess. Has she been crying? It looks like she's been crying recently, right? Check out this wall of fire. That's not the right way to go. Let's try something else. Yes, I do dare, guys. Come on. Howl of alacrity. No upgrades yet. Upgrades counter is 0. Well, crabs. As long as we're exploring new things, we'll get closer and closer to finding the witches. What are these guys? They're like people, but on their hands and legs. Isn't that crazy? How are you running like that? It's just not efficient. It's not the way we're built. There's a route down to the south here. Along this tree. No Wendigos, huh? No, I thought the Wendigo was... Isn't a Wendigo a Yeti? My cryptozoology isn't what it should be. Probably isn't what it used to be as well. When I was a kid, I used to love reading about creatures that definitely don't exist. Like manticores, which I've spoken about in the previous Grim Dawn playthrough. Or like the Jersey Devil. Ah, look at it, look at it. It looks like a tripod as well. This definitely looks like it's where the witches are at. Hey, cannibals. Don't eat me, you could eat each other. If you want to eat each other, you can go crazy. We're across the bridge, and it's the Ugdenbog. Very unappealing name. Very glottal. Either that's part of a head, part of a statue's head, or there's an enormous statue buried underneath me. Either way, very cool set piece. The Coven Guardians. Hey, lots of guardians, huh? We've got shops. Come see what's left of my wares. Oh, you got, Require level 84, and it's not even an upgrade? What is this?
See you around.
Yes, I will see you around. Hold on, let me sell some stuff. I do not need that hat. I'm not really in for selling blues. I look after them. Let's just do that. Learn that from you guys.
Iron well spent.
Let's just test my DPS. It's a lot of collateral damage. Come on. What's up,
I
Garadia?
admit, seeing an Inquisitor walk in here so boldly has at least sparked my curiosity. But you must leave at once. You are making my sisters restless.
Ah, chill out, dude. I require your aid. I've brought the heart of Caraxus in exchange.
Ha! And I'm sure you squirmed at the thought of giving it to us, too. You'll be relieved to learn, then, that the heart of this beast has no malevolent properties. So then, what is it you want?
I must find a way to Malmouth and find a lost friend.
If you seek a path to Malmouth through the swamps, then I am afraid you are out of luck. The roads have all but collapsed, and even if you should somehow find your way out of the bog, the land beyond has been consumed by aether fire.
Boo.
Ancient passageways exist that could take you north. They are not of this realm, and you will not like where they lead. Now, this friend of yours, what happened?
His name was Ulgrim. He was taken by the Void in battle.
Ulgrim, you say? Oh, it would be a shame to lose such a legend. But if he was claimed by the Void, then... Perhaps this gives me an idea that will solve both your predicaments. But if we are to help with this, then I must ask for something more in return.
Alright, I've got to make a clav... We have a tonic of clarity and a coven of Ugdenbog reputation. Very well. What do you require?
What you ask will take me some time to prepare. But before I help you, there is something you must do for us. Deep within Ugdenbog, to the north of our refuge, there lies a village by the name of Barrowholm. I need you to travel there.
What does this village have to do with you?
I care not for the village, only for what was stolen. We had crafted an Ugdenbog fetish within the swamp in order to protect ourselves from the wilderness. Recently, someone has tampered with it, tore off the head of the fetish, and ran off with it. I can still sense its waning power within the bog, and the only nearby settlement is Barrowholm. I do not care what you do. We must have it returned to us. Do this, and I shall give you the means to find Ulgrim, and perhaps even a way to Malmouth.
Ooh, we have a deal. I'm ending the video there. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Adam Tries Grim Dawn and Ashes of Malmouth. These are the witches. We're going north. We're going to find the people who've stolen their fetish because they love their fetish and they want to hold on to their fetish. I can relate. Probably. See you later.